This year's co-valedictorian speaker is Helen Heitz. Yeah, oh yeah. Helen Heitz is a student in our Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math program and a single mom of a 4-year-old son. Recently awarded the Distinguished Chapter Officer at the National Convention of Phi Theta Kappa, this former president of the Alpha Kappa Psi chapter most recently worked with other honors students to conduct a bone marrow drive that registered 67 new donors. Helen is transferring to the University of Hawaii Manoa nursing program and would like to specialize in anesthesiology. Please welcome our 2012 co-valedictorian speaker, Helen Heitz.
Friends, family, faculty, honored guests, and fellow graduates. I am honored to stand here before you today, especially since there was a time when I didn't even think I could stand at all. I know this moment will stand out in my memory for the rest of my life. Fellow graduates, I am glad that we get to share this experience together. Over my time here at Kapi'olani Community College, I've had the pleasure of meeting a variety of characters and developing new friendships that I hold dear to my heart. The support that I have received has astounded me beyond measure. I've had several classmates, fellow officers, advisors, and faculty tell me that they believed I would go far. Those kind words will never be forgotten. And I believe they gave me that extra push to strive for my hardest. What no one knew, though, was that there was once a time in my life when no one believed I would amount to anything. I didn't even believe in myself. That period seems like a lifetime ago now, but it persists in the back of my mind. 10 years ago, I was fresh out of high school and trying to make my mark in this world. So I enrolled at Leeward and started working on my first degree. One day, I was severely beaten with a hammer and left for dead after a carjacking. I spiraled down into a sea of bad choices. I was irresponsible and thought only of myself. That only further added to my misery. My grades faltered and I eventually dropped out of school. I spent years accomplishing nothing. Then God decided to intervene on my behalf in two very important ways. One, He gave me a son. What an eye-opener children can be. I decided to name my son Phoenix because he became my reason to rise out of the ashes that I had buried myself in. Second, and equally important, was my Uncle Les. He was the voice of clarity, who sat me down and gave it to me straight. He helped me to realize that I needed to begin the healing process. I needed to take a stand for someone else now. But first, I had to stand up for myself. He advised me to go back to school, so I came here to KCC to obtain that education I had given up on years before. Unfortunately, I lost my Uncle Les to cancer during my first semester back. That influenced my decision to go into the health field. I didn't know how to go on in life without him. It seemed like such an impossible task. He never got to see the progress that I made, which he helped set in motion. But that does not stop me. In fact, it makes me work harder to make him proud. Being a single parent and unsure of my academic abilities, I started off slowly with just a few classes each semester. As I progressed, I gained confidence in myself, and I realized that, hey, I can do this. I started to seek and utilize resources on campus by joining such groups as the Single Parents Program, STEM, and I joined Phi Theta Kappa. eventually working my way up to president. The friends I have made there are some of the best friends I have ever had. And they, along with the amazing advisors that I've had the privilege of working with, have helped me to become the person who stands before you today. Fellow graduates, the message that I want to impart to you is to never lose your momentum. No matter what life throws at you, or how many times you get knocked down, get up, stand. In fact, stand tall. But if nothing else, just stand until you find that strength within yourself to take those first critical steps to getting your life back on track. After all, you can see a heck of a lot more when you're standing than when you're down. You might just see someone standing there beside you, helping you, or in need of your help. Now, if I could be a professional student, I probably would. I just love it here at KCC that much. But our time must come to an end, simply because we need to continue our progression in life. It's not enough to just stand in place forever. We must take steps to move forward and build an even better life for ourselves. You obviously have it in you. You've already made it this far. And if no one else has told you lately, I believe in you, each and every one of you, and I am proud of all of you. But this is not the end. Take a look out into the crowd. Seriously, everyone look. These people are here to support you. We owe it to our families who have been there to support us through the countless stressful nights and sleep-deprived mood swings to continue on despite the hardships we encounter. Don't ever give up because you're afraid you may fail. Chalk it up to a learning experience, and it won't be a failure. I'm of the mindset that as long as you keep on trying, you never really fail at anything. So never give up. If you are going to doubt something, doubt your limits. Just remember that the plan for your life far exceeds the circumstances of today, and you were given this life because you are strong enough to live it. Despite what anyone has said to you or may say to you, listen to yourself. If you really want to do something, you'll find a way. If not, you'll find an excuse. Remember, you can't reach for what's in front of you until you let go of what's behind you. I had to come to the realization that I am not what happened to me. I am what I choose to become. If I had listened to the people who told me I was worthless, I would not be standing here today with a diploma and giving this speech as your co-valedictorian. So believe in yourself. After all, worrying, it doesn't empty tomorrow of its troubles. It empties today of its strengths. Be daring. You too are capable of accomplishing the impossible. All you have to do is have the strength to stand up for yourself.
Thank you, Helen. I just want to follow her. Wherever she goes, I just want to be with you. Thank you for your inspiring and compelling words.